Card at, man. Where's he at? There he is.
Are you wearing a helmet? Okay, then I will take mine off as well.
No helmet today. No glasses.
How do
no
you
nothing.
do? How do you do?
No, I like your makeup today.
Thank you very much. It's a butterfly cat.
Yeah.
Meow.
Meow, meow, meow.
Meow. So what did you need me for?
You said you wanted to talk to me?
I know, I was just kidding. So, after all this fighting, I've realized that we're going to win. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to win. And I realized that between us, the rebellion will be crushed. And there's good men on both sides. People that you love, people that you care about, that you don't want to die. I don't want them to die either. There's something inside of me that I just can't... I can't put to rest. The old Lockhart. You see, the thing about the old Lockhart is he doesn't want Nancy to be harmed, or his old friends to be harmed, but he will submit to my ways. But, for the good gracious, so I don't have to put up with the strife inside of myself, I've come to ask you to please stand aside, apologize. Nancy and yourself will not be harmed or forgive you. I can convince Kermit Drogo and the others to forgive those who put down their arms and never take them up against us, who ride our banner. You do not have to fight for us, you merely have to stand there with our flag outside your door, saying you will take no part. The rebellion needs to end now. And I want you to be one to forefront the ending. You're a strong individual. You and I were to fight. Mountains would shatter, clouds would disperse, and rain would fall. It would be blood red. So I ask you now, give up your arms, give up the rebellion. Stop this madness before we end it.
You know that that's not up to me, right?
You can begin this. How many of your friends have to die? You see, the thing about worms is we're persistent. It's painful, more painful every time we die. And our memories get more sparse. The old me gets lost away, and the new me becomes a little bit more crazy every time. We consistently change and adapt. It's part of our evolution, dirt to dirt. But you can't suffer the losses you're suffering.
I mean, you know what I am, right? Potato or...
I still think that it's worth it. We're not here to ruin everyone. It will merely be a small barrier. You want to stop the world from changing, but you can't stop change.
You know that I have no beef with the frogs, right? There's quite a few of you that I actually respect.
Okay.
I mean, you do know that when the raid happened, while you were off being picked up and fighting and everything else, I was the one dragging Cheeky and Shorty out of the wreckage so their bodies didn't get harmed.
Oh, I see. Well, that's good. Then you can be the one to change their minds. You need to convince Nancy to put down her arms. Convince your eyes to put down their arms. Tell the Italians to not want the windows. Get double glazing and stop panicking about windows.
Yeah, they're
really
mad about your windows still.
Quietly.
They're really bad about the windows still.
I don't know why. Just a couple of windows. I just wanted to smash a couple. It's a bit of fun.
Well, I mean, I think if you probably brought the windows back, I mean, they'd probably be okay.
No! I'd rather the entire island burn. Millions of children and kittens and puppies die before I replace a window. A window got in the way of my bullet. When they give me my bullet back, I'll give them their windows back.
See, that's the thing. Is I mean, you want us to lay down arms and stop killing you guys, so you become more crazier and whatever happens when worms die. But there's a lot of people on this island who feel like they were wrong too. And if people want to live in peace, maybe we all just need to sit down and have a big talk. Make a lot of compromises. I'd be willing to do that.
If everyone flew our banner and is the worm god, they don't have to come for the sacrifices. I understand your mortal being's mindsets when it comes to death and killing and sacrificing. You'll find it barbaric.
Hardly mortal.
I understand
Lockhart.
that. I sympathize.
I'm hardly mortal.
Well, whatever you are. But all I know is you're not a worm. All we ask is that you fly our banners, you respect our religion as the one and only religion on the island. And then there will be peace, as there always was to be. The ever island will evolve, we will all evolve together, under the worm god's grace.
I'll run it past him. But I can't promise anything.
I do not promise. I expect progress. Some resolution. Now, I share with you very vital information here when I tell you that every time I die, a little piece of me disappears. I found myself staring into water this morning, not recognizing the man that looked back at him. I feel parts of me breaking. And the closer I get to breaking, the more bad I want to do. I want peace now, but who knows?
Well, can I ask you a question before you leave?
Me? Yes? Of course, I'm open to all and every question.
What about people who were your allies? Who kept having their homes broken into, and then when you tried to make peace with them, you killed their leader, and then you killed my friend.
Their homes were broken into by lesser beings. We don't even know it was our people. We're the easiest scapegoat. Why would we need to rob? That Gotham chap, he's been dealt with. We don't need to thieve. We own most of the resources on the island. We're stronger than ever. One rock, frog base, all of it. They're too strong. We don't need thieves in our ranks. The Crimson of who you refer to. Well, you see, the thing with the Crimson is that they attacked us, and we can't not pay blood with the blood. By rights, we should have taken their home, taken everything they own from them for getting involved, but we thought one single sacrifice to appease the worm god was fair enough. And your friend was a commander, and the thing about commanders is they hold a lot of influence on the island, and the thing about influence is that it needs to be broken before any peace can be resolved. So the thing that you can learn from history of humanity and other races is that war is always good for the world as a whole, and blood must be met with blood before people realize fear is a motivator, one that I'm very fond of, but now I'm happy for us all to come together under one single banner. No more blood, no more lives, just peace and worms.
Well, I'll talk it over with them, but you know that there's issues between your leader and ours. Issues that run deep.
Yes. Well, we worms know everything about the deep, be it feelings, emotions, or otherwise. It wasn't sexual. I didn't mean that sexually. I'm not coming on to you. It's not. I'm not like that. I'm coming on to. Okay. So what I suggest is just talk to people, let them know there needs to be no more blood. Perhaps we divide the island. We get 95%. You guys get a corner on the edge. Maybe we'll give you Herbivore Island, and you can live on Herbivore Island without our religion, all of you, or accept the religion under one banner. No more lives need be lost.
I don't know about people accepting religions. There are people who are from all different walks of life on this island who have seen different gods than the worm god. You have to remember that about the people here.
I understand, but when you're faced with a God that is absolute, one that you cannot deny, an undeniable being of power and strength, when you look upon the might of the worms and the frogs combined, two gods formed into one, I personally believe that the frog god is the same as the worm god. His mission is the same. Is that not what all gods wish? They don't care about what their beings are created from or their purpose. They created because they have a destiny. And our destiny is to rule this world under one God, one banner, one thing to unite all the beings, be it frog, worm, butterfly, whatever the hell you are, and even, perhaps even, with a little bit of resolve and a little bit of submission. Perhaps even humans can learn to accept and love the worm God as we have. I was a human once. I understand what it's like to resist, but once you embrace it, there's no greater glory.
What if I wanted to go meet the worm god?
Meet him? Only one of our kind ever gets to talk with him. The Prophet Jerry is the voice. He speaks his words, his actions are his, and anything he says goes. He's the only one with the gift to talk.
I thought when you were sacrificed, you went to meet the worm god.
All I remember of my sacrifices, pain, then this buzzing, darkness. It felt as though I was trapped in a coffin underground, bashing my way out, and I was punching and smacking at the wood, but the wood was white. It was a cocoon. It was horrible. And I was smashing. I was scared. I was alone. And then there was a whisper, and all it was said was, "Butterfly, you're free." And I pushed gently this time. I didn't bash. I didn't hyphen my ability to smash out of it. I just pushed gently, and the cocoon opened, and from it I awakened, and I felt pretty. Oh, so pretty.
What of the other people on the island who want to remain neutral? Would you try to force them?
We totally respect. We would never try and force anyone into war, but we would teach them our ways. I want that university to teach of our religion alone. All of these religions, religion is the cause of all war. It's the basis for all battles. All things dangerous, you see. That is what religion does. It breeds warfare. All that humanity, that all mortal beings and immortal alike need is one single religion. For all to banner under, for us all to be protected under. No more war, no more danger. Just respect of one being to another, under one God's embrace. The worm god. That is all. Neutrality is what all of us will be. There will be no need for the word neutral, for the need aggression, for the need peace. All of these words will become obsolete. They'll be out of the dictionary. We would all be just one, embracing a mutuality that is absolute.
I mean, I only see a couple issues with things, but there are people on this island who are gods as well. You have to remember that. Tyler, thanks for the follow.
A false deities. So that is our only conflict. I will not allow some false god to step up. Perhaps beings of power believe themselves God, but they do not hold the ability of...
Well, I might have come at the wrong time. Sorry, I'm just gonna head out here. Bye.
That's okay, we're just having a little discussion. Have a good day.
Oh my god. It's almost as bad as the parasaurs just walking up every time I try to have a conversation.
That was definitely distracting.
Yeah, it was. But, I don't know. I'll talk it over with everybody, but... You guys are gonna have to make a lot of amends, and I know it wasn't the frogs, you know. Got a lot of respect for Cheeky and Shorty and Poultry and them, but a lot of those lesser worms have been causing a lot of trouble. And I know Cheeky and them are sick of babysitting, and I see the splits happen, but if people are gonna trust the Frog Riders, I know James has respect for the frogs and Kermie himself. A lot of amends are gonna have to be made with those worms that did a lot of wrong to the people on the island.
Remember, frogs and worms, as far as we're aware, treat our allies like brothers, like sisters, like family. I know you're very fond of the families on this island, but there is none closer than worms and the frogs. Cheeky had me sacrificed, did you know that? He betrayed me, took me to the enemy, and had me sacrificed. I went through vigorous torture and humiliation.
I know, he took you over to Mountain.
He did. I've forgiven him. I've embraced my brother again. I'm a worm, butterfly in part. He's a frog. But we know the truest of forgiveness, and we can offer the truest of forgiveness. Amends can be made. If all is under the one God, peace can be met. And as I said before, no longer will we have to use those terms when we are all one. One happy family.
Well, I'll talk it over to Nancy and them later, once everyone's awake. But I can't promise anything.
That's all I ask now. You're a good man. And if it does come to war, then I would love to meet you and I on the battlefield and see who is the better man.
Yeah, of course. I haven't had the thrill of a battle in a long time.
All right. Good fight last night, by the way.
Yeah, it was fun.
I think you're around now.
See you, Lockhart. Gonna send me a link. Okay.